Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer the Elemental Rune reading for the week of June 15th through the 21st of 2025. These readings are timeless, they're general, so take what works, leave the rest for someone else. And if you're curious about why I read the way I do, there's some links down in the description. There's also a natal chart and some other goodies. If you're interested, you can check those out. With that, we will get started with the energy of fire, which covers Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So for all of our salamanders out there, fire, you get to start off with the word rune. It's the blank one. Readjust that. We have mystery, fate, the unknown, to have trust, to have faith. So fire, they're saying that this week is going to be a week where they want you to have faith and trust that what you have put in motion is actually playing out the way it's supposed to be. They're saying this is that time where when you look at the tarot card for the wheel, you've reached the apex and now it's starting to go, meaning things are going to be happening and you're not really going to slow things down if it starts to go the wrong direction. So make sure your plans are in order, because this week things are going to start happening. So your second week, this is an interesting one to follow that, is the Inga's rune, which is the rune of fertility, color of yellow, tarot association is judgment, and astrology is the new moon. Completion of ideas or projects, a new beginning, a time of positive energy, good fortune. And I'm hearing really loudly that this is where you plant the seeds of the next step. So fire, you have this amazing connection going on. You have the fate. Things are just falling into place. Things are happening kind of whether you want to or not at this point. Like, you've put things in motion and now the snowball's in effect. But you also have this one that's saying, now that everything is moving along, kind of like taking on a life of its own, what are you ready to complete or to start next? You've completed projects with the word, but now it's time to set some new ideas, set some new set some new intentions, maybe boundaries. You might need some boundaries set because you're entering new territory, but it's really about you stepping into this motion. The cards are dealt. Fire. You're not going to be able to really change things this week, but it's a good time to say, you know what? I see where this one's headed. Let's see what else I can adjust if something needs to be adjusted, or if not, when you get to the end of the rotation you're on, how much further can you go with that path? So you've got a really good burst of energy going on this week, fire. So it's definitely worth just kind of keep an eye out as to what else the universe is going to bring in, because it looks like it's going to be a fun week. Hopping over to our Earth family, Earth covers Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, all of our gnome family out there. We are looking into the Sowilo rune for you. It's starting with the rune of the sun, colors of white and silver. You can also add gold into this one. Tarot association and astrology are both of the sun. It's a rune that symbolizes good health, happiness, wholeness, clarity, enlightenment, and success. They're wanting to focus on this wholeness aspect right now, Earth. You're complete where you're at. Things have settled in. You are I'm hearing from my guides, Taurus, you are literally king of your throne right now. Everything is settled in. So you are actually in a really good spot. The sun is shining on you. The shadows have disappeared. So in this particular moment in time for Earth, there is this really good vibe energy saying, well done. You've done a good job. Check out your rewards and really enjoy the fruits of your labor, because you've put the time in. Why not enjoy it? So your second rune is Perth, which is another fate rune. Color is black. Tarot association is the Wheel of Fortune, and astrology is Saturn, not the most pleasant of planets. mystery, chance, unexpected material gains or surprises, something hidden coming to light. So, that's interesting. Something hidden coming to light. The sun drives away all mystery. Perth is the one who's pouring out the blessings. You can see this rune as like a wrong direction, a little bowl that's being tipped on its side. So you really have this energy that the sun is revealing the truth of a matter. You are sitting in your basically your earthen throne, like you are king of your castle or queen of your castle, and you have Perth coming in saying, so there's some things that were mysterious, things that you may not have realized or you may not even have known were mysteries to you, that are going to be coming to light. And what's interesting is Sowilo is the sun showing you this truth. So through this week, you're definitely going to have some things being revealed, and I'm getting this impression that this is actually going to be beneficial for you in the long term. It might be a little bit of like, oh my goodness, did that really just happen? But in the long term, you'll be like, oh, that's why that happened. Because it's something that's needed to come forward for you. And it's actually going to answer some questions that you're having right now, which may seem really mysterious. But you have some questions revealing a big project you're working on, or possibly that special someone you're looking for. And this week is when some of those truths are going to come to light, where did that project going to go yes or no? Is that person the right one, or is that just the person who's in the way of the person you're actually looking for? So definitely be aware that things are going to be being brought to light, and that the secrets that were hidden in the dark don't get to stay there when the sun is shining. So let's hop over to our air family. Air is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, all of our sylphs out there, or the sky fairies, if you will. We have Thurazaz, the god of strength. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Emperor, and astrology is Mars. Protection, providing help, good news coming in. Air, this is saying this is a time for you to step forward in your authority. Air is all about knowledge. It's all about wisdom. It's all about more information and understanding it. There's lots of order that wants to be brought in, but there's also a lot of understanding. Air can be a little bit of a schemer if you're not careful. So you've got this energy, and that's what the god of strength is saying, is step into your authority. What is it that makes you what is the best aspects of who you are? This is the energy that's coming forward. Bright red, if you're someone who can wear red, I am not. This is be a time to maybe wear a red handkerchief, like the scarf things, or if a red outfit that you have just makes your eyes pop, do something like that. Bring red into the situation this week, and they're really focusing on that color. The Tarot association with the Emperor, this is divine masculine, the god form energy, and Mars kind of explains that too. Red planet, red god of war. So you've got this energy that there is something where you are stepping up, and it could pose a little bit of a battle, but in the long term, it's actually going to work out. And they're saying right now, this is the time for you to step into your authority, into your strength, to be the heir that you were meant to be. This is the week where you're starting to discover and maybe delve a little deeper into that. So your second rune is Uraz, which is a color of dark green. Tarot association is the High Priestess, and astrology is Taurus. That's interesting because air and earth do not get along very well, so you might want to be paying attention to the Tauruses in your family, in your circle. We have creative power, wisdom, and knowledge, all primary air energies. Good fortune, opportunity, and there's some amorous energy coming in for our air family this week. We also are working with the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is she who speaks for the goddess or the Empress. But you also have the Emperor coming forward. So you've got this energy of seeking balance, this energy of finding where you stand, this creative process, this wisdom and knowledge that air is so good at. It's really saying, now's the time to use those for your best opportunities. This is when you step into those unexpected opportunities, those things that you were like, I'll never be able to succeed. Why not this week? things are lining up. You've got a protective energy coming in with the Thurzaz rune. You have Uraz saying you've got the creative spark. What's really stopping you, Air? There's nothing really that's in the way that I'm hearing. It's saying this is a good time to step forward with that. They're also saying that if you're in the situation where you are ready to start a family maybe, or maybe you are feeling a little separate from your spouse, or they're feeling a little bit separate, this would be a good week to kind of bring things back, reconnect with your spouse. That's where we get this creative wisdom, this creative knowledge. There's so much power dynamic that I'm feeling between in a couple sense this week. This is a good time to really embrace that and bring it into the forefront of your reality, because have fun with life. That's what it's here for. So let's hop over to wrong button. Our water family. Not sure why I hit that one. And water covers the zodiac of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All of my undines out there, all the fishies. So we're starting off with, oh, that's interesting. Water, you have the Perth Fate rune. Color is black. Tarot association is Wheel of Fortune. And astrology is Saturn. And before we go any deeper, I'm hearing with this one for water, pay attention to the lessons this week. Pay attention to the deeper meaning of situations. This is not a time for frivolity. This is a time for focus. And we'll get into the rest of it now, but when I said Saturn, it was like this whole download just kicked in. So the rest of the meanings are mystery, chance, unexpected gain, surprise, something hidden coming to light. And part of what what is coming up right now for water is you've got this Saturn energy. Saturn is not one of the most pleasant of planets. It's usually seen as the stern father figure or the grumpy old man. But he's also the master of time. So this is a week where paying attention to things and really looking at the deeper aspects and the deeper levels. This is not a week for surface level. Sorry, water, you're not going to get to live in the fantasy world this week. This week, it's about brass tacks. It's getting down to the root of what's really going on for you. That's not always the most pleasant of tasks, but you're going to actually get success in this as long as you're staying focused on what's important. So let's take a peek at what's important for you and get the little runes here to tell us the story. So your second rune is the Degas rune, sorry, which is the rune of the day, color of light blue, tarot association is temperance, and astrology is the dark moon, awakening, clarity, success, prosperity, and abundance in all things. So when you look at these two runes together, water, you have Perth, which is fate, working with Saturn, and you also have Degas, which is the day, working with the, oddly enough, dark moon. There is this opportunity for shifting, growth, and massive change. But you're not going to achieve your change if you're only looking at the surface level. Water. Let's be real here for a second. Your elemental energy is the heartbeat of the ocean. The depths of your abilities and knowledge are literally unmapped. No one knows them. Degas is saying it is time to awaken this knowledge. Perth is saying it is time to use what you know and look deeper. Understand the bigger picture, what's going on behind the scenes. This is not a time for water to be, oh, it's a pretty painting. What is the painting of? You're looking at a brush stroke. What's the big picture? Learn those skills this week. This is a week, you already have them. Especially if you happen to be a Piscean, you already know all this because you've already been through the entire zodiac cycle. But this is definitely a time this week where you connect into that deeper understanding. It is not a week of simplicity. It is not a week of surface level. They just keep bringing this up, so we're going to keep saying it. So water, it sounds a little intense, but it's something that you've been kind of searching for. But this week is where things are going to come to light. That new awakening is coming in. the day is going to brighten those mysteries into daylight. Kind of think of it like you're working with that Sowilo rune from, I think it was Earth. So you're working with this energy of revealing stuff this week. So with that, go forth this week with your head held high. All signs, all four: earth, air, fire, water. Go forth with your head held high. The divine is working with you. The divine smiles upon you. Each person has their own unique lesson this week, but the overall outcome is actually going to be for your benefit and everyone else's benefit who has any interaction with you. You are here to be the witness and the light that shines to all others around you. With that, I will let you guys go. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like, comment your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. If you had a different intuitive burst when you were seeing the runes, feel free to drop that down below. It's always fun to see what other people intuit. With that, I will let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week.